If a police officer asks for your phone and you say yes, you might have just handed over the keys to your entire life without realizing it. Most people think that if they have nothing to hide, they have nothing to fear. But in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you how a single tap on a screen turned a routine traffic stop into a legal nightmare that lasted 3 years. This isn't just about privacy, it's about power. And once you give it away, you can't always get it back. Before we get into the details of this case, I want you to think about what's on your phone right now. Your private messages, your location history, maybe even your bank details or health records. Now imagine a stranger going through all of it with a magnifying glass, looking for a reason to judge you. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why the law is on your side and the one mistake most Americans make that ruins their defense before a lawyer even gets the call. This is a fictional scenario based on real U.S. law and documented courtroom precedents. Meet Leo. Leo is a 32-year-old graphic designer in Ohio. He's a guy who follows the rules. One Tuesday night, he's driving home from a late shift when he sees those red and blue lights in his rearview mirror. His heart sinks. We've all been there, right? That sudden spike in adrenaline, even when you know you weren't speeding. The officer approaches the window and says, "Leo's taillight is out." Fine, routine. But then the officer notices Leo's phone sitting in the cup holder. The screen lights up with a notification. The officer asks, "Hey, were you using that phone while driving?" Leo says, "No, I was just checking the GPS before I pulled out." Then comes the question that changes everything. The officer says, "Do you mind if I just take a quick look to verify you weren't texting?" Leo wants to be helpful. He wants to show he's a good guy. So he says, "Sure, no problem." He unlocks the phone and hands it over. In that moment, Leo didn't just show his text logs, he legally waived his Fourth Amendment rights. As the officer scrolls, he isn't just looking at the timestamps of text. He sees a photo notification from an encrypted messaging app. He opens it. Suddenly, the conversation isn't about a taillight anymore. It's about a joke Leo's friend made about a delivery that the officer interprets as a controlled substance transaction. Leo is handcuffed, his car is searched, and his life is flipped upside down. Now let's break down the law here because this is where things get misunderstood. Under the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, you are protected against unreasonable searches and seizures. In the landmark 2014 case, Riley versus California, the Supreme Court ruled unanimously that police generally need a warrant to search a cell phone. Chief Justice Roberts famously said that phones are not just another tool. They contain the privacies of life. But here's the catch. The Fourth Amendment only protects you if you don't give consent. The moment Leo said sure, the officer didn't need a warrant. He didn't need probable cause. He had an open invitation. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps the algorithm show this video to more people so they don't make the same mistake Leo did. It's a small click for you, but it helps protect our community's rights. Back to Leo. He thought he could just tell the officer to stop once he saw him looking at his private photos. But in the heat of the moment, with the pressure of a badge and a gun nearby, most people freeze. They don't know that they have the right to revoke consent, but even then, once an officer sees something incriminating in plain view on your screen, the plain view doctrine might kick in. The twist in Leo's case, that incriminating text was actually about a delivery of organic fertilizer for his backyard garden. But it didn't matter. The police used that consent to justify a deeper dive into his digital life. Leading to hours of interrogation and thousands of dollars in legal fees to prove his innocence. All because he wanted to be helpful. It's like free, buy all sorry day. So what should you do if you find yourself in Leo's shoes? First, stay calm. Being rude gets you nowhere. If an officer asks to see your phone, you say these exact words. "Officer, I do not consent to a search of my phone." You don't have to be aggressive. You are simply asserting a constitutional right. If they tell you that, if you have nothing to hide, you should show me. You stay firm. I respect the work you do, but I'm exercising my right to privacy. But hey, if they take the phone anyway without your consent, stay silent. Do not give them your passcode. Do not use your Face ID or thumbprint to unlock it if you can avoid it, though the law on biometrics is still evolving and varies by state. Remember, a warrant is a specific document signed by a judge. It has to describe what they are looking for. A quick look is not a warrant. Subscribe to Courtroom Secrets because what you don't know about the law can hurt you. My goal is to make sure you're never the person sitting in a courtroom wishing you had watched this video sooner. The law is a tool. If you don't know how to use it, someone else might use it against you. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, your phone is your private property. Treat it that way. In our next video, I'm going to show you a case where a single word spoken during a casual chat with the detective changed a defendant's verdict from innocent to 20 years in prison. You won't want to miss that one.